Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you. And I think I have to listen. Because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day.
We won't stop. We will not stop.
Sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so right. It's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart. Doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now
See this? How you cannot go
baby,
in.
baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, how is everybody doing? Come on in, you guys. Let's just chat a little bit. I wasn't going to come on, but you guys, I like to tell you if I'm not coming on. So I was in the middle of eating my dinner, and so I had to hurry up and gulp it down just to come on. That's why we're just going to have an open panel because, you know, we're still family. So we're just going to kick back. It's Friday. We got through this week, you guys. We got through it. Let me see who's all in the building. We got Ruby Turner. Zena is in the building. Diane Passion, how are you? Valerie Montgomery, C6 Banks. Jackie Bartiz is in here. Brown Sugar is in the building. Crystal Powers is in the building. How are you doing, Crystal? She says, family, blessings to everyone in the chat. All right. And come holler at a sister. Tina Powers is in the building. We got Powell, Crystal Powell. And then we got Tina Powers. So anyway, you guys, I was going back over some of the conversation on how the guy named Chad Dorman took out his kids. And because we all seen the video, but they got a new video, and I wanted to look at it. It says the new video. And so when they took him to the precinct, and I wanted to see if this guy is really crazy. Hold on.
Video shows the moment after a father was taken into custody and the killings of his 3 young boys.
At WLWT News
5 anchor Chris Jacobs is here with a closer look at this new video that we just got our hands on here in the last hour or so. Chris?
Yeah, we're learning more about the day this all happened. The body cam video shows Chad Dorman as he arrives at the Claremont County Sheriff's Office. This is a short time after he allegedly killed his 3 sons. That's 7-year-old Clayton, 4-year-old Hunter, and 3-year-old Chase at their home in Monroe Township. The clips from the body cam video released start with Dorman being led out of the back of a deputy's cruiser. He's then taken inside where deputies begin to search Dorman for any sharp objects. A few minutes later, he's taken into a room where at one point he asks if he can make a phone call. Deputies then have Dorman remove all of his clothing and put him into a bulletproof bodysuit and then continue to book him. Now, last week, a grand jury indicted Dorman on 21 counts, including 9 counts.
I see you, Miss Dee Dee.
In the killings of his 3 young sons. Claremont County prosecutors are now seeking the death penalty. Chris Jacobs, WLWT, News 5.
Okay. Wow. Okay. It wasn't a lot that they showed. He did ask for a phone call, and they put him in a bodysuit as soon as they got him there. Now, the weird thing about it, I guess he was going to court really quickly. They're doing this really quickly. They got him in. They didn't put him into the attire that they wear as soon as you go to jail. You know, you either wear an orange or gray or something of that nature, or they don't do the pinstripes anymore, but they put him directly right in the body. You know, something to protect him. And so I guess he was getting ready to go to court. Hey, Sanja, what's going on? Yesterday was Pooh Bear's birthday, you guys. He said, hey, Grandma, guess what? Today's my birthday. And I was like, okay. I actually forgot. I'm sorry. I didn't forget. Like, he didn't have a birthday coming up. I knew he had a birthday coming up. I just did not remember what day it was. But now, you know, I made me feel bad, so I'm going to remember it now. It's the 29th. The 29th of June. Anyway, you guys. So I wanted to kind of just talk a little bit, just kind of talk it through. That's all. Just having a cool, calm, casual Friday, nothing stressful. Yeah, I forgot too. He turned 6. Lisa, he turned 6. And he's a big 6. So this weekend, he was like, am I going to get something? That's what kids, babies, when they, and you know, I sit back and I thought about it and I was like, wow, you know, we were celebrating his birthday when he was 1 and 2, and he didn't know what was going on, but he was catching on. Like, every time this day comes around, they say it's my birthday and I get a whole bunch of presents. And so he'd been wanting to know, when is his birthday coming up? When is his birthday coming up? And they say June the 29th. And he does, you know, he's trying to figure out the months, and he's trying to, and that's what kids is all about. When you're raising kids, you guys understand. You condition them to understand how the world works, how the calendar work, how the days of the week work, how time, the clock, things of that nature. And from the judge, I will let him know, come holler at assistant, that you guys said happy birthday to him. So when I think about these 3 boys, this is an open panel. You can, if you want to come up, you can come up and speak. Let me go ahead and throw this out there and try to pin it if I can. Let me see. Invite, present, invite. No, present. Maybe that's it. Nope. Oh, wow. I wonder what that will do. They got a new thing on here, and I don't know what it'll do. It says a slide, so let me see. You have no slide. Your computer. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Let me see. You have no slides. Okay, let me go into my computer. Oh, you currently support videos, keys, upload file. Wow. Okay. PowerPoint. Wow. I think I just learned something. Hey, Amari, how you doing? I think I just learned something, you guys, and maybe I know how to do something else. That's a good reason why I came on here today. You can always learn something. But anyway, we were talking about how kids are conditioned, and you guys understand that I am in this psychology class right now. And hey, Arnitha, how are you? And Jacqueline. And so I'm starting to look at things in a different perspective. I'm starting to look like, what does it mean? Because everything has a meaning. And hey, Nancy LaRose, how are you? Ruby Turner, how are you? Um, so I was thinking, Pooh Bear knows that it was his birthday, and he knows what that means. At 6 years of conditioning him, he now knows what birthdays is, and what's going to happen on his birthday. It's all about him and this, that, and the other. So I was talking to a couple of mods, in the last couple of days. I think Sanja Watts was one and Tina Powers was the other one. I haven't spoken to yeah, I did speak to Freddie. You guys keep Freddie in your prayers, okay? So many deaths going on in people's families. It's just boom, boom, boom. It comes in threes sometimes, and you can't even understand it. You know what I'm saying? When it hit home, I'm like, dang, But yeah, and I probably need to call her more. I probably need to call her more because she needs a little bit of support going on, and woke to God as well, you guys. There, there's just so much going on in this world, and just like these three little boys. I look at these little boys, and hey, they look just like their dad. I mean, some people be like, how can you feel some kind of empathy or sadness for the whole situation? And I just do. I mean, as we talk about what could have happened, we can only assume until he comes out or either say something or whatever. But normally, like originally, people get angry and upset. It could be just something mental and it just boom, it just happened. You know what I'm saying? When people say it just don't just happen. Yeah, some things just happen. People go off into some kind of mental breakdown of whatever, and you can't pull them out of it by the time they get their chemically connected or balanced back. They figure out what they done did. Some seems like they're in a dream. This is why I tell people all the time, yeah, you might be doing them drugs, but I guarantee you, in time, yeah, it's fun and you want to just do and it's your life or whatever. But just like at the facility I work at, most of those people are in there because they did drugs in their life. And I'm not saying you be like, oh, that ain't nothing. No, you just sitting back like, she talking to me, but she don't know she talking to me because I ain't saying nothing. I ain't, hey, it's for whoever. I'm just saying. Most of the people that's in that facility, like I said, we don't even know how to care for them because we're used to caring for people in nursing homes to be old. And all we see is people our age in there. Yep, the same age as Nancy LaRose, the same age as Phyllis DeHart, the same age as Sanja, the same age as Ruby Turner, Zena. They're you guys' age. Actually, some of you guys are even older than them. And they're in this world. That's their world. And they don't even know what's going on. I mean, they can go and eat dinner and complain about, but they're in a protective world from the world because their decision making is strange and weird, and it's not like they can function, but it only takes like they could be fine for 2 days, 3 days, even a week or two, and then one day you come to work and all hell done broke loose, and you're wondering what just happened. Oh, such and such took my radio. Oh, such and such, looked at me. Or, I mean, you could sometimes, most of the time, you can see it on their face. You guys understand what I'm saying? But when you're really close to somebody that you love, those red flags you don't see so well. But I believe, and this is just what I believe, and you guys, please let me know in the chat. But I believe that this was a very abusive relationship, marriage, and it wasn't something that just happened, in the last couple of days or months. This abuse been happening for years, and the mom is conditioned. You Cash App $20. I don't think I can do Cash App yet because my card was compromised. So I don't even have my situation set back up yet. I haven't had time. I haven't had time to set up the Cash App back. So if you Cashed App, I mean, I can look, but if you Cashed App, it didn't get over here. Just letting you guys know. Just to let you know, because to be honest with you, I don't really know. No Cash App come over here. Unavailable. There is a new version of Cash App. Would you like to install it? So, oh wow, something did just come up. And who is that? Phyllis DeHart? Something did just come up, Phyllis. Where's my paper at? I got my computer. Hold on, you guys. I got my computer on the paper. Because I had to clean off my desk because when you start getting busy, everybody else gets busy. And then you're sitting there trying to hurry up and eat. And so I had to move. But I did go out today just to let you guys know. And I started buying some more cards for the giveaway. So, let me put on here, come holla. Come holla. And I got you for 10, come holla. And Phyllis DeHart, I got you for 20. We'll figure it out, but I do see the 20 come up there. So I want to thank you guys, and we appreciate you. Thank you. All right. All right. I got all three of you guys in there. I got Lisa, Calhoun, I got Phyllis, D Hart, and I got Come Holla at a Sister. Thank you guys for the Cash App and the Super Chats. You guys are all in the giveaway. We're going to have that giveaway July the 25th, I think. We're going to have to pick out what day, but it has to be always after the 21st. It's any day. Christmas in July is any day after the 21st of July. So you guys going to have to pick which day you guys want to do the giveaway, and then that's what we'll do. But yeah, we got today. I went and got a card from Red Lobster. I got 2 cards from let me look. I got them right here. I'm trying to look at them. The lady made me mad because I told her to give me an email receipt just in case something goes wrong. And she was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." But she had a neuropathy moment. And I didn't want to bother her. But I was like, "Hey, look, I need an email receipt." And she was like, "I'm so sorry." And once you buy them, you can't just take them back because they're, whatever. And I talked to the manager and she was like, "I'm so sorry." I was like, "No, don't be sorry. Just give me an email receipt." And she was like, "I'm sorry, I can't." So today we purchased some Texas Roadhouse. We got a couple of Texas Roadhouse. We got a couple of Subways because people love the Subways. And then we got Red Lobster today. And then I will be picking up some more. So every week I will be picking up about 5. Soldier Girl, I got you in the building. If I don't say your name out loud and give you a super shout out, that means I didn't get it down. So I'm writing everything down. And this weekend, I'm going to go ahead and get the tickets and put them in. And I know we're running a little late on the tickets, but yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So you guys will be in there. Okay. So anyway, back to what I was saying. Hold on. I need to give a shout out to Soldier Girl.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you guys for the super chat and the Cash App. We got it in there. So, and I was thinking, I was like, I don't know how we're gonna pull this off this year, because you guys wanted to do one, on December, but you wanted your own in July. But God is good. He makes a way all the time. So it's all good. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be okay. Oh, snap. We got another super chat in the building. Let's do it. All right. Thank you, Wave. I see you in the building, like always. Yeah. Whew. You guys, sometimes I don't even know how we gonna make it through. But God always show us what we gonna do. He said, we gonna make it through it. He said, don't worry, we gonna do it. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Uh-oh. we got a phone call coming in. This is open panel, so it's all good. Hey, this is SP.
Oh, yes, this is Val in California. How are you guys doing?
Doing good. How are you doing, Val?
Okay, I can't complain. Still above ground. Yeah, I was looking at that story. We talked about it the other day when I talked to you. The three babies killed like this. So it looks like they're seeking the death penalty for him.
Mm-hmm.
As they should.
But but here's the thing. And that's why I wanted to have an open panel, because as I started thinking about this case, they are seeking the death penalty, but the United States do not believe in killing our mentally ill people. You do know that, right?
Who says he's mentally ill?
Well,
they pulled that fast and illegal. Now we know the cash case that relates mentally ill, because even the prosecutors, psychiatrists say he's mental, something is wrong with him.
See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody already saying he's mentally ill.
They run that real quick with him. I'm into the case.
Yeah, I noticed that the news is saying it. The attorneys are, the prosecutors are already saying it, and a doctor ain't saying he's mentally ill, but they're already saying that.
Yeah, they have records, but he's not going to treat it. Is it bipolar? He's going to go killing folks, and especially your babies.
Well,
you just have him out on the ground like that. So I just laid him out. He was not mental. No way. He's going to play this until he can't play no more.
Well, you know what?
At least that's my opinion.
There's all different kind of bipolars, though.
Right, that's true. That is true. But I've never heard of a bipolar person killing a Felix. And I've been looking for it.
Oh, well, yeah. Well, let's define bipolar, because let's do that, because bipolar is a reaction without thinking, impulse action. Definition of bipolar. Okay, learn, see signs and everything, but I just want the definition. Having or related to two poles of extremities, a psychiatric characteristic by both manic and depressive. So when you deal with manic, which is a major depression, which is a major outbreak, it could be anything. It could be okay. So here's something that I could tell you. So I'm looking at this this resident that we have, and I'm doing a case study on her right now through my school. I'm doing my thesis on her right now, right? And so nobody knows I'm doing this, and I'm watching her, and she is diagnosed bipolar, schizophrenic, and all of that other stuff. Now, I'm not saying that he's schizophrenic, but she just got in a fight with another resident and blacked her eye. And this woman was welling on her for a radio that nobody knows where this radio is at. Does the radio even exist or anything? And it just came out of nowhere. She punches holes in the walls and all kind of stuff. She actually put the DO in, not the one that we got now, but the one before, in a headlock. And it just, I haven't been around it so a lot. I've been around people of this nature, but to try to define what they can do and what they can't do, it's a large range. And it all depends on how many chemicals they're getting in their body, and that's not balanced out.
Yes, I'm bipolar, but I've never tried to hurt anyone.
Bipolar people?
I've been diagnosed with bipolar.
Let me see. Have any bipolar people ever harmed anybody? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you something. Is it safe to live with a bipolar person? Let me just read that. You can absolutely have a healthy, happy relationship with the person who has been diagnosed. But the conditions may bring both positive and challenging aspects to the relationship. But you can take steps to support the partner. But there is, like I said, uh, uh, yeah, especially if they're not taking their medication or whatever,
I've never been on medication before.
Are you bipolar?
That's what they say. I was bipolar.
Well, here's the thing.
They just put a title on it.
I well, no, there's all different kinds of bipolar. There's some that is just really subtle. Then there's some that is that manic bipolar that yeah, they will hurt you. And there's plenty of people to prove that. Yeah. I mean they're in jail or they're in a psychic ward somewhere.
Well, I better hush because I don't need to come and get me. No, I don't believe I'm bipolar because I would try to help you. Now, if you come to attack me, you have a problem. But as far as to attack or that's one at your job or one you're doing the pizza with, she sounds schizophrenic. You've been holding walls. I'm like, something else going on with that. Because when they give me these type of medicines, I'll be reading up on it. I said, oh, no. They're going to give me Prozac, calcium, all this type. Man, I'm not taking that.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, people put a stigma on it because if you look at one person and say, well, they're bipolar and I'm bipolar, oh my goodness, I'm nothing like that. You may not be nothing like that. But I mean, there's different kind. You know what I'm saying? There's all different kind. There's kind that people can't even function.
I've heard that, which I mean, I've never seen it. I've seen some that be so medicated they can zone out. And I'm like, I don't want to walk around like no robot. I mean, they tried when I got attacked on my bus. They put me on some sort of medicine. I was up in a 6-foot tree cutting leaves down with a chainsaw. My ex, he got scared because I had this electric chainsaw. I was just trying to keep the leaves from getting in my food. And then we called the doctor. He said, she's not going to hurt nobody. She said she's really stressed. I said, if they hiding in the house like I'm Jason or something from Friday the 13th or something, like, really?
Right.
Yeah, but you're going to have to keep us informed, because you're going to school, so you have to start teaching.
Well, I studied bipolar. I studied a lot of ADHD because my son was diagnosed at a very young age, which is really weird. But yeah, I wanted to get him help. I'm not worried about titles. I wanted to know how this work and how it don't work and what kind of medication and stuff. So even though that's probably why I'm probably doing very well in the school because I had to learn because I did not want him to be be categorized in that it's a bad thing. It's things that you can do to as when you're a child. Once you can work on how to control the behavior and control your anger because sometimes is it like it's not their free will. They get so angry they just blow up.
Yeah, I've been watching my grandson. Well, he has a learning disorder, but they split it on that ADHD or something. But when he screamed in the house at his sister, I thought that she had cut him or something. I told him, boy, you scream like that again in this house, I'm going to break your neck. So the doctors, they went up. I said, what tests have you done before you go sticking this baby with medication? Which they have one, it was making him sleep. He goes to sleep in class, but he's doing, turned 15 on the 17th of June. He's doing much better. He's coming out of this shell, but I think it was to do with the household. I'm not doing it with the ex-husband screaming and slamming doors because he was supposed to have, what's that, PTSD from the military. I said, he's just gone crazy. Because when I told her, I said, he's making your kids nervous. And I said, they'll end up having some sort of effect from him hollering and slamming doors and stuff. I said, that's not good for a child to see or be around because they'll pick up those type of habits. And ain't nothing wrong with them. But I'm glad we can call teacher speak. And I'll call you in a minute. Hey, but can you tell me about this? But I don't think this man, I mean, his eyes, I've seen one tear come out when they first arrested him, because I was watching the whole thing. I sit here, and like I said, I literally started crying. I said, because they say the cops were affected by that. Anytime you get to a location and it's a baby, I mean, any human being, but babies,
Right.
and
Right.
that's how it moved.
Right.
I said, my Jesus. I said, what was he thinking? Then you just got pure evil running back in this world.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that, once they realize, this. What I'm saying is they are seeking the death penalty. They've been saying that from the minute before he even got to the precinct. They've been saying they're gonna seek the death penalty, and I don't blame them. But with them already saying that something, not right, and yeah, they do sometimes. People that are retarded or whatever you want to say, the R word. My mom told me to never say it, but I'm saying it because I read it in the chat. And no disrespect to no one. Trust me. But or anyone that don't understand what's going on, they do put people in jail, and they do sometimes give them the death penalty. But here's the thing. If they start out saying that this guy, and that's what we're seeing, that there's something mentally wrong with him, they're not going to give him the death penalty. Now, I'm not saying that there's people that's bipolar never got the death penalty. I'm not saying that, because I've seen people, I've had a family member that don't even have a second grade education and understood. He understood after he went to jail. But see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I would think they would be searching his history to see if he has records with mental counseling, or was he ever on medication. That's what they would need to start going on. They'll get these doctors, and sometimes money or value is crazy. But I said, this cat did not appear. I mean, that blank stare he had in his eyes.
Yeah.
He was sedated when they arrested him, because he told him to get on the ground. He's sitting there by that gun. Them cops wasn't going to him, because he could have grabbed that gun and took them out.
Yeah.
But I think he probably, I'm going to have to come up with a defense. I done killed the kids, shot the wife. I should have just took myself. I don't know.
Wouldn't somebody be kind of weird to chase a child, their own biological child, in the field, shoot him in the mama's arm, and shoot the other one too, and then sit on the porch and just sit there and wait? I mean, he snapped.
He snapped, but that doesn't mean he's crazy.
No, it doesn't mean that he is crazy. I'm saying that's what they're saying.
Like he just snapped.
Right.
I said, but snap is not a defense for murdering 3 babies.
Right.
That's not, I mean, hey, I've snapped, but I'll get a book, or I'll find something to do, go shopping. So, but as far as to snap and to hurt a human being, you would have to be bothering my kids for me to snap that bad to hurt somebody. And that's what the psychiatrist told him. They said, don't bother her kids, and you have no problem with her, but you bother her kids, she's going to come, she's not going to stop until she sees blood. He said, well, did you have to put that in the report? She said, let go who they're dealing with, I said, well, what they're dealing with, you act like they're dealing with a monster. She said, well, let's just put it as another baby. And I mean, it's still a monster, but it's sad all the way around, but I'm glad they don't have to go looking for the babies. They don't have to look for the killer. They know who did it. Why, we don't know, and only God knows that. I just pray the babies didn't suffer.
Right.
It's my biggest thing, that they did not suffer. I just, every time I see something with these babies, I said, well, God, I mean, you are a God of mercy. I hope you just took their breath so they don't have to have felt that. Because, I mean, I don't know what it's like to be shot clear. I never have to. But that was just horrible to me. And I said, because when we started talking about it, I think it was Friday or last Wednesday, I had to get off. I said, because when things started affecting me, and it's not just me getting mother, if it has children or grandbabies and stuff, it's going to have you feel a certain type of way. Even though you get the explanation, whatever, there's no explanation of you taking a baby's life.
Right.
Can't give me a good enough explanation unless that baby come out with the entrances all over it or something like that. No, but hey, no. But I'm gonna get back to the chat. I said, so I'm watching this. So maybe I'll tell it that trust lady now. But I don't have my glasses on and Sunday, and they be saying hi. If I don't have my glasses on, I can't see nothing. I can see hello, hi there. You see it like very quick, but I can't see without my glasses. So that's why I couldn't give y'all the type of the time. But anyway, love you guys, and I'm back with the chat.
Alrighty. All right, thanks. All right, that was Val. She's family member. She's family. I see Sugar Mama in the building. Hey, Sugar Mama. Miss Phyllis, she had called back on in. Miss Phyllis, I think she's up there in the Ohio area. See, I know where all you guys are at. You guys, I know exactly where you guys are at. So Miss Phyllis had called in, and she lives in that Ohio area. So I'm pretty sure she probably looked this stuff up and figured out what they're, what is what. Call back in, Miss Phyllis. I want to hear your take on it, especially you're up there in Ohio. So I see Diesel's trying to make his way on in here. He's being really good. He's at the door. Hey, this is SP.
Hi, SP. It's Miss Phyllis. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, Miss Phyllis?
Okay. I just want to say, I did send you the Ohio law on your definition of mental illness.
Uh-huh.
And just from personal experience, I have the brother doing that, as you were telling the family, if you stay on your medications, you do pretty well, but there's a large percentage, and by studying this, violent people do not. And they go into what you call manic.
Uh-huh.
I've never known my brother to actually hurt anybody, but he can tear some stuff up. And I've known people where I live, the building which I live, they cuss and call you all out your name, tear the apartment up here too. But I've never seen them actually hurt anybody. So I don't know what the statistics on that is. And even if Chad has mental illness, probably they can declare the death penalty on him. They can go for it, but it probably won't get carried out. There's people on death row today that, because of their mental illnesses, it's not being carried out.
It's not being carried out because of their mental illness.
They can be on, and even I saw somebody in the chat. Even if they didn't diagnose someone at the time of their trial, they find out that they have some mental illnesses. Now there's a ban. I think it was 2001 or 2020. They put a ban on that too, so they can't execute them.
Right.
That's not fair. And finally, they did with that right. But as calm as that man was sitting there on that porch, I have two big problems with that. Yes, he may have mental illness, but he knew what he was doing at the time that he could get back at his wife. And I kind of put on the map to see how far it is from me. It's not that far, so when he does go to try, I'm going to try to get down there. The other thing is, again, the injustice. They told him to stand up, get up, put your hands up. That man moved not 1/10 from where he was sitting. Did they shoot him? No.
No.
Not at all.
And you know what they were saying about that?
On those steps, they would have shot us. There's I can tell you guys, here in Ohio, it is so much red country. It's a state known for being Republican. That, and there's this emphasis. We just came back from Washington, D.C. for the Jalen Walker case rally. We went up there. It's just, it has to stop. It has to stop. But if people don't get out and vote, it's going to never change. And I don't want to see riots after riots start because our government isn't changing police policies.
I'm live, honey.
Changes.
You're right.
But you got to get out there and vote. This is so very important. And I don't know, but here in Ohio, I don't know if it's nationwide, but
Right.
And that's just a scary sight. And those of you, I can't tell you what party to vote for, but I can tell you really do your research because I'm a little bit disturbed in my spirit. I'm seeing an increase in Black YouTubers encouraging people to vote Republican because of their morals. It goes beyond that.
Right.
Do some real research.
You know what though, Miss Phyllis? I wanted to ask you a question before you get off of here. Because you said that he sat on that porch and they told him to lift his hands up, they told him to stand up, and he didn't do it, and they didn't shoot him. But you said if it was a Black person, they would have shot him. That's what you said. Okay. So okay, so is it because they're Black they would have shot him, or is it because they're already afraid and think Black?
They weren't afraid of him.
No.
They weren't afraid of somebody Black either, but it's a color thing.
Is it that they are afraid of Black people? I mean, like sometimes you can walk, like if you walk down the street, they'll walk to the other side, or they'll like.
Combination of things. It's prejudice, number one. Some are afraid, but they hide behind that because you go through training to help you deal with that. Okay? But the police department is so infiltrated with people that they want to be in there. They don't do enough psychological training on these guys either. But yes, race is number one.
Oh, okay.
They have, and when we went to Washington, D.C. with those requests, one of the things we found that happened here in Ohio is Akron Police Department has a history, has a pattern of when it comes to how they deal with white people and how they deal with Black people.
Okay.
Black people are more shot than white. And you can take it from there. Yes, it's race. And it's not just in Ohio because it humbled me. It humbled me so much hearing those Black ladies up on that stage from all over the nation. There was a whole group of, there's probably like 12 of them on the stage that were from right there in D.C. holding pictures of their sons that had been murdered by the police. And then calling out their names. And then have national leaders getting up there talking about, yes, we still need to vote, we need change. But so many of us aren't doing that.
Okay.
It just did something to my spirit. But the one good thing out of it was seeing Mrs. Walker, Jalen Walker, the young Black man here in Akron, who they fired over 90 rounds and over 40 hit his body. Even when he was handcuffed, they were still messing with him. They acquitted every officer. All 8 officers, they acquitted them. So that was one of the other reasons we went to Washington to rally. Not only because of the way he was treated, he didn't have, his gun was in the car. And if you look at the video, all those cops that were around that car, they knew they could have seen that car laying on that gun on the seat. It's very visible. And they were so close to him, they just could have jumped on him and put him down. But no, you wait till he starts running and you say he made a slight turn. And then you fire that many rounds into somebody.
Okay.
Come on. And we know nationally how many white men. Who was the guy they took him and got him something to eat before they took him to jail? They didn't shoot him. They were after Jalen for a busted tail right. And he was on the run.
Right.
From that. And I can't blame him because just like Nicholas, he was afraid. You know?
Yeah.
You're afraid of the cops.
Right.
He done nothing wrong. He could have listened to his life story, young as he was. He was a very good son, well, likable. He was a door dasher. He went out in the streets. He would take care of his family. His fiance had died in an accident. They even tried to say it was a suicide by cop. They don't have no proof of that. But I just tell you, it just did something going there. So when I got to meet our Supreme Court Justice, Mrs. Jackson, I told her, I said, I know you're in a tough position, but you're going to have to buck the systems in a lot of situations. But don't worry about it, because God's got your back and here's your defense.
Right.
Because we need more people in government like us, and even if they're not like us, who really believe in justice for all.
Right.
And don't anybody in here get me wrong. I am justice for all, not just for black people, for all people. All people. But then you have to bring up the race issue because it is a problem. And in this case here, and he's been me or my son sitting on that porch and not obeying those commands, yes, they would have shot him. And I bet you that little town in my rural county where he's from is majority white. I was trying to look up to see if there were even black people down there. Just even back up what I'm saying, and I still yet to do that. You know, but having gone to the rally and my aunt passed and other things going, I just haven't had time to do it, but I will.
Okay.
So anyway, y'all have a nice, safe weekend, and don't forget to get out and vote.
Right.
And SP, once again, I always tell you, girl, you my girl. God's got you in a position where you need to be. And the other week, I heard you saying something about some other people saying stuff. You're a girl, one ear out the other.
Yep.
Those very same people God made you to bless you. We'll never know how God moves.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
So you just keep on pressing on.
Yes.
Press on. Keep moving forward. All right.
All righty.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, you guys, I am so glad that you guys are calling in and telling me what you guys are thinking about this, because I guarantee you this is crazy that it even happened. It's just crazy. And you know, it's just weird to me how I haven't seen no doctor diagnosis of this man. But I do see that they are already putting out that it's a mental illness. Hey, Miss Tina Powers, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Hey, look, I want to ask you something.
Yes, ma'am.
Did they have a mental evaluation on him yet?
No.
Well, they should.
Well, yeah, they will. I guarantee you the his attorney's gonna ask for one, and the prosecutor's gonna probably ask for one too. But his attorney definitely gonna ask for one. He, you know, when he was in court, he asked for PCC or PCO, meaning protective custody while he's in jail. Do you know he asked the judge for that?
Well, he should, because what he done.
True.
Crazy to me. This is crazy.
True. You know, some people say because he asked for that and can give them straight answers, he's not babbling or talking about Santa Claus came down the chimney. He's like, oh, I'm not going to hurt nobody. I'm not going to hurt nobody. Well, that's kind of weird because you just took out your 3 kids. I mean, it is not even no allegedly. You took your kids out.
Yes, he did. Yes,
So
he did.
I can't even say allegedly on that.
No.
I mean, and there's no excuse to take your kids out, but for him to claim no, not guilty, it's weird.
Right, because we saw this on Facebook. I mean, I don't know. I saw it on Facebook, and Freddie saw it on Facebook, and this is crazy.
Well, you know, I didn't see it. It was breaking news, and
Right.
it came on YouTube first.
Right.
There's a channel that the cops use, and they get those tapes really quick. So I seen the first tape that came out, but you know, I didn't look to see what was on the ground. This is before they got the little black box there, so you can't see the kids laying on the ground.
Right.
But me trying to go in my memory, there was no black box, but I still didn't see no kids on the ground. But I mean, I wasn't looking for no kids on the ground either.
I mean,
I wish I would have recorded it before they put all those. I mean, I wouldn't want to share that, but I just would want to look and see.
I mean, he shot those babies in the head, you know?
Yes, he did.
God. Oh, my God. And I don't know, was that the mother that was hollering that, you know, my babies, they were so little? Now, was that a neighbor or the mother?
That was the mama.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God.
And you know what? We always say this, and people think that they are exempt for, I don't know, whatever reason, but we say when we see those red flags of, you know, abuse, mainly abuse, you may not see the other red flags. Maybe they you know, they say that these type of people are very, very intelligent, way more intelligent than just the normal person that does not have bipolar or schizophrenia. They more intelligent, I believe, because they can subdue and hide their issue. You know, it's just like a person that don't know how to read. I mean, I've got somebody in my family that I grew up with this person. I mean, it's actually one of my brothers. And you know what? I never knew my brother couldn't read. I didn't know until one day my mother came to me and I said something about my brother, and she was like, "You know he can't read." I said, "What do you mean he can't read?" And I'm looking at her like, you know, he'd be getting the newspaper and looking at the book and, you know, watching TV. I never knew he couldn't read. So, I mean, they hide it so well. So when my mother did pass away and we all had to sign off to the mortuary, because I have so many brothers, but I was the person that was in command, basically the lead, taking the responsibility. That's going to pay the bill, you know. And so all my brothers showed up, but that one didn't show up. And I knew why he didn't show up. I remember my mother told me, you know, he can't read. So I told my brother, I called him up and I said, "Hey, we're waiting on you. We cannot put mom to rest until we all read and sign the information that we're all in agreement." And he was like, "Just do it without me, you know." And I was like, "No." I said, "Come." I said, "When you come, you just come and sit right next to me and we'll handle it. I got you. Don't worry." And he showed up and his wife showed up, and he's married. His wife showed up. She couldn't come in the room with us. And he sat right next to me. And as I read the information out loud. And then I put the paper next to him, pointed to where he needs to sign, because he don't even know how to read the word name. So I said, "Sign right there, boo, boo, boo," you know? And I pointed, and then I got the other paper, and I told him to pass it down. And then I said, "Sign right there, boo, boo, boo." I just call him boo, boo, boo. And so he signed right there. See what I'm saying?
Right.
But I guarantee you, none of my other brothers know that he can't read.
Oh, wow. So I heard through the grapevine that Chad Dorman was a mean cuss.
He what?
You know, people was a mean person. A mean cuss. You know, that's where the country people call him.
Cuss?
He was mean. He was mean.
He
was mean to his kids. He was mean to his wife. He was mean. He was mean.
Do you think that she was somebody in the chat was saying he was his wife was threatening to leave him? And if that was the case, I think you and I was talking about this. Would you think he said, "Guess what? Okay, you're going to leave me. I told you to don't ever think about leaving me. So you're going to leave me. You're not going to have no parts of me." He didn't take out the stepdaughter, which was her daughter.
Right.
He took out everything that was part of him. Like, you're not going to have another man look at my kids, take care of my kids, or say that I'm not a good man or I'm a man or whatever. So you know what? okay, I'm gonna take out all my kids because you're not gonna get them, and I'm not gonna get them, and I'm not gonna pay for something. Just I told you to don't ever say that or do that. I've been good to you. I've been working. I pay the bills, and this is what you do. I'm taking everybody out.
Yep, and that's wrong. That's wrong. That is so wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, if you or anybody in here in this chat room are like in a domestic violence situation, get out, because this is not a game. This is not a joke. This is an eye opener to anybody. This can happen to anybody.
Right.
You see what this man did. If you try to leave him, you see what he did. He could do it to you too.
Right.
Gosh, oh mercy. But like we was talking, as you was coming on. So, okay. So I was putting myself in the situation. So if I did the same thing to my daughter, I'm mentally ill.
Yeah.
I'm going to plead insanity.
Okay.
But, I don't know, SD. I mean, this is crazy. I don't know if this man was mentally ill or not. I don't know if he was abusive or not, but this is what I have heard. Mm-hmm. This is something that I have heard. I even heard the next door neighbor talking about how he was treating them kids at her, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard one of the neighbors say he was mean to her and he would be yelling and things. And remember when the police came up, he was like, he told him, I haven't been drinking, so I guess like if somebody keep nagging on you, talking about, like he wants to believe he's not an alcoholic. And she probably say, if you drink again, I'm just going to leave you. And so, and they said he'd been planning this for months.
For months. This is the crazy part about it.
Months.
He has been planning this for months.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you can walk around and plan,
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But yeah. All right. So I'm going to go back into the chat and, just tell when you do talk with Freddie, tell her that everybody's praying for her and everybody loves her. And we love you too. And tell Diesel to stay out of that room because this conversation is none of his business.
Right. Right.
But I don't know if the man is mentally ill or not, or if he was abusive. Now, this is what I have heard. He was abusive, or I don't know. But anyway, this is crazy.
Yeah. And Soldier Girl says, she's got the word. If he planned this, that is premeditation. And that right there is the right to the death penalty if you planned it.
Right.
But,
and I told you last night that they was going to put this on the table.
But here's the thing. And I know what you're saying. And you know what? I know you're going to get mad at me for saying this because, but I always say what's on my mind like you, right?
Right.
And we just all understand that they claiming that this man is mentally a problem. I don't believe in not one bit he's gonna get the death penalty.
Now if you have been planning this for months,
yeah,
you're not crazy. I'm trying to tell you something. I mean, you have your opinion.
But planning something doesn't mean you're not crazy because you planned it.
I don't know.
I told what I was telling you that you said I don't know, but okay, but what I was telling you that when these people that have these diagnoses or whatever, see, people think that they're dumb or stupid or whatever, but they're manipulative, very, but they're very intelligent too. They don't, some of the things it's not like, okay, I'm gonna do this, like spontaneous. No, some of it is, you know what? They have that in their mind and they think about it. Maybe it came and it went, it came. I can't speak for this young gentleman, but what I'm saying is, yeah, but that doesn't mean, some people be like, well, he knew since he planned it, he knew. No, that he can be in that state of mind, functioning, hiding that everything's okay to the right moment, and you still don't know. Or he could just be furious and mad. He wants a drink, and his wife won't let him drink, and he's trying to do it. And what? Sometimes when you try to help people, haven't you ever seen this before? Let me tell you something. Let me share something with you real quick.
Okay.
Because we always talk, Tina. I love you.
And I love you too.
And we really get off in there in the dirt and everything. But
Yes.
have you ever tried to tell one of your girlfriends that the man is cheating on her? And at the end, they get mad at you.
Right.
She mad at you because you said something, or he done, she's really wanting to stay with him, knowing that you're not going to tell her no lie. But at the end of the day, people always say, mind your own business, because you know. So sometimes we see and we know, and somebody can even tell us, but we're going to do what we're going to do. And then we come back and say, well, I didn't know. Or I just didn't see the signs. Well, shoot, somebody told you he wasn't coming home. Other women was calling. Your girlfriend told you, but then you got mad at her for telling you.
Right.
So now you stayed in the relationship and got mad at your girlfriend. This woman knew her husband, was alcoholic. I know a woman right now, she know her husband's alcoholic. He wakes up 5 o'clock, going to work, drinking, and got a couple of DUIs. And she's like, he could have hurt somebody, and but you know what she ended up doing? Calling an attorney and having it, there's this thing, a plan or something, that if it's your first time or a diversion.
Right.
So they paid this attorney and get a diversion and da. Do you think that stopped him from drinking?
No.
He walking around the house drunk, crazy, thinking he hiding it. You can sometimes see it. And guess what? She knows. But guess, and you know what I pray? I pray that he don't have the kids in the car with him and have a car wreck. Because you know what I asked her one day? I said, now you just helped him get off of this DUI, which, I get it. That's your husband and everything. But what if he was taking the kids to school and got in a car wreck?
Oh, Lord.
Instead of you getting him the help or making him get the help, you actually helping him to continue doing what he's doing. So then when something happened, you're going to say, look what you did. But you really did not get him help. But if she say, if you don't stop drinking, I'm going to leave you, all hell will break loose. And she knows it.
Right.
Because sometimes people don't want to hear the truth.
That's true.
They literally almost got a divorce because of his drinking. And you know what? She took him back. Guess what? He's still drinking.
Yep.
It was.
Have you ever heard this saying? Well, when I met you, I was still doing whatever. And when I leave you, I'm going to still do what I'm doing.
Yep.
So, have you ever heard that saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
I believe Chad told his wife, you're not gonna have my kids. You're gonna if you want to leave, you're gonna leave without nothing of mine. It's gonna be just like Ike and Turner, Tina and Ike.
Yeah.
You can leave, but with nothing of mine. Not my name, not my kids, not my boys. You want to leave? Leave. And so he was like, okay. I truly believe that's how that happened.
This is all crazy. I mean, we will keep an eye on it. We will keep an eye on it. Just like your buddy Corey Bigsby. We're going to keep an eye on that joker, too.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. We sure are. We're going to keep an eye on these two. These two are crazy. I shouldn't say that. God forgive me. These two people, they need the help that they need, you know? But killing your kids?
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on. And they don't like people killing children in that jail. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like it at all.
Right.
Mm-mm. So I hope he don't drop it soon. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here and go back in the chat.
All righty. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Wow, you guys, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like I said, when we start looking at these cases and things, and people get all bent out of shape when it all with when the rubber meets the road, when things, what counts are they gonna count him with? When they go to court, what did they drop? Are they seeking this, seeking that? You remember, you guys are in the chat right now. Remember Malia Davis case, Malia Bass case, all these kids basically they were seeking the death penalty. I haven't seen a death penalty come down. I like that. You do good, you get good. You do bad, God knows. Yeah. But these people, they took the death penalty off the table. Do you not know in the Cupcake case, they was taking the death penalty off the table for them? They took it off the table. I don't know if you guys remember that. So I think it's a strategy of, you know what? Tell us what we need to know. Are we going to do this? And they give them a little bit, knowing that, I'm not saying in all cases, but in a lot of the cases, that there's something mentally wrong with people. And I'm just saying, and Phyllis just told you guys how that went down. She did. She came on here and told you that they even got a law about it. Somebody can come and kill all 20 kids and they won't get the death penalty. Anyway, and you got to think about it. Even if they seek out the death penalty, there's 12 jurors that has to believe without a doubt that you was in your right mind when you did this. But who could be in their right mind killing their own 3 kids? That doesn't even make sense. You want to say that I'm crazy, but then when it's time to give me a penalty, you want to say I'm not crazy. You either are or you're not. Come on, you guys. It's a real simple question. You either are or you're not. Think about the action. Think about why we're talking about this. Because a man planned to kill and take out 3 kids. He didn't just plan it, he done it. Now, is that normal or not normal? That's the question. Is that something normal that everybody here all the time do? Is that a normal thing to think about, plan, and do, then execute? Not only execute the plan, but execute your kids? Is that normal? No, it's not normal. And that's your answer. All right. All right, you guys, I'm going to get off of here. Our hour is up. I'll see you guys Monday right before 1, 2, 3. Right before the 4th of July. We'll talk again. You guys be safe, be safe, be nice and kind to everybody. Go throughout your day with a smile on your face. All right. Let's look at something that's going to make us smile. Let's do it.